to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Florida Gators offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Flagway. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here's the pressure. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gators line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. 4th down is coming. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to escape and get it himself. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Florida! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Moving out of the pocket. Turning it on! Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Skips away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll run the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Bulldogs will try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll try the jet sweep here. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You see more and more of this in college football. They jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in, get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
A long way to go for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Here's a heat. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Gators! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On target over the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air. It's Lagway. Makes the grab outside. It's Brown. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in balance.
And the Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Wilson. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Nice move to keep running. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The short hands. It's Jefferson. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Winfield. Jumped on top of the pile. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle, it's Anthony. He's loose. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Just enough time to get off one more snap. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead down a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to...
Oh, he's got some space. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's all the the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. On the ground. Touchdown, Mississippi State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Working the middle. There he goes. Inside the touchdown Gator. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Taylor wants to throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Reese. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The corners are walked up tight. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grab near the sticks. It's Glover. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Gets it out fast. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll try to power it in. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown Bulldogs! And here they come almost all the way back.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make it.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Looking left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop. Forcing a turnover. Best case scenario. Offense back on the field. Trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Lets it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. The Gators buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Turning it on. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Makes the grab. It's Livingston. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Backs looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Nice move. Create some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Glover. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Winfield. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Off play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Full wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Punts it out of the air.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Glover. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Just keep slinging it. Got a man. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
To the air, it's Glagway. Quarterback now breaking the field. Going right and going deep. Hauls it in down the sideline. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage throwing.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one? Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.